Hey fellow comic book fans, today we're talking about Bloodshot Salvation number 11. The following video does contain spoilers, so if you haven't read the comic book yet, please be sure to do so. That said, alright guys, what did we think about Bloodshot Salvation number 11?
I liked it a lot better than you guys did, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this, I didn't mind it. I just can't say that I liked the issue as much as I'd liked some of the issues that came before it. Because I've been really impressed up until this point. This one, number 11, it was still a good issue, but, you know, it just didn't leave me feeling the same as its predecessors did. That was all.
Well, we have Jesse, the child of Bloodshot, who has been infused with the nanites as well, who is on the run from the bad guys. And on one page, she's this absolute relentless assassin. And on the next page, she's apologizing for it and crying in the arms of her mom, thinking all the while that her dad is lost forever, you know, and then switches to this really interesting far future story of where, you know, Ray Garrison actually is, and it has a talking dog.
Yeah, I think that one of the most interesting, or the most interesting aspect for me is the fact that, you know, Bloodshot has to go into the future to save his daughter. I think that's great. You know, typically we have, you know, the whole Terminator thing, we have to go to the past to change things from happening in the future. But it's just interesting. It's an interesting play with time and space, and I can really appreciate that. I think Jeff Lemire is doing a great job, you know, here. It's very interesting. You know, we have Bloodshot meets his future self, or what looks like his future self. You know, we can only assume.
Yeah, I think the jury's out on that one.
Yeah.
I'm very suspicious of that character.
Yeah. I mean, from right now, from the looks of it, I think it's relatively safe to say. I kind of hope it's not.
Well, I mean, look at this. The dog is possessed by some demonic minion, and then some guy comes from nowhere to prevent Bloodshot from completing the mission as he understands it. So who's to say that there's not some other player in the game here? I think that there's really more that we're going to find out, because we're really looking at events that are all going to lead up to the, you know, Harbinger Wars, you know, and there's even another introduction of a character that we've seen in other titles in here, you know, with the introduction of Punk Mambo. I just think it's great how it all intertwines, and we've yet to really understand where all this is going to lead, you know, what the ultimate conflict is going to be about. And in some ways, I think they're also saving that for another time, because, you know, we look at Rampage, and Rampage is barely doing anything except, you know, blowing stuff up. And Punk Mambo just does a little communication trick. Yeah, but we know that both of them are capable of quite a bit more than that.
I mean, I enjoyed it. There was parts that were a little, I don't want to say clunky maybe, but just like didn't flow quite how I wanted it to. But it was a very interesting way of, yeah, like going to the future. And is this future him? Good question. If he was, he should know that something of the situation that's going on here, I would think. But he doesn't seem to, so I have qualms there. Yeah, who knows what he actually is. And who calls your past self Ray father? Sounds just like, I don't know. But it was still pretty cool. I still think they're pretty, you know, they're on track. Pretty good, you know, for what they have been. Rampage coming in was kind of, you know, he came in, you know, very explosively.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. As for the girl, I have qualms. I mean, she's clearly very emotionally unstable. And
Yeah.
I mean, she goes from one second where like, let me kill all of you, to the next where she's crying that like, oh, I did something bad. Yeah, you killed people. That's bad. Like, obviously. So, I mean, yeah, she's, you know, the whole going from a child. I think there's more to going from a baby to going to a adolescent child. There could easily be some other darker plot that, you know, they're running away from the evil people, but maybe the evil people know something more that they don't. They're going, this is my daughter, I need to protect her. But the other people could be going like, yeah, but she's like been corrupted by, you know, an evil demon who's going to use her to conquer the world.
Except that we already know that Rampage is a card-carrying bad guy.
Okay, fine. But, you know, he's playing off this other brother or father, whatever that other person is. That you never know, you know, so
It's
I don't know.
my daughter. It's my sister.
It leaves some things to be open, so it could easily, you know, there could be a lot of twists and turns in this story, which I still appreciate.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of room left for, you know, like you said, a twist or a turn here and there. I think that's only going to get better, you know, as we go on. I think as we dive a little bit deeper into this tale, we learn a little bit more, it's going to get more and more interesting. Right now we're off to a decent start for having Bloodshot in the future here. I agree with you, Ben. I think that There was a scene that didn't really flow as well as it could have for me, but aside from that, I did enjoy the issue, and I have no reason not to keep reading, and stay current on the series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's heading in the right direction, and it's heading for something much larger, and it looks like it's a place worth going too.
Exactly. Well said, boys. Well, with that, I think that is everything we want to say about Bloodshot Salvation number 11. So let us know what you think about the comic in the comments down below. And if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to visit thebrazenbull.com for more great comic book content. Until next time.
Bye.
Yo.